Here's me overseas, across the pond by the Dover Peaks. I've smuggled myself into new nationality.
Hey guys, Halfway, broadcasting around the world in phenomenal Penh, Cambodia. And today's video is what to expect when you're expecting to move to Cambodia. So I just want to make this video to give you guys like the path to have like a little bit of peace of mind and have some preparedness before you come out here. So you can, when you get here, you're going to be like a little bit less stressed and more confident that you have things structured in terms of your journey and your transition of coming out here. It's kind of like when you when you go on vacation, and as soon as you leave your house, whether you're, driving or flying on a plane or, I don't know, taking a train, if people will do that still, and you're on your way to your vacation destination, and then all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, like, oh my God, did I turn off the stove or all of the lights off? Did I, feed the cats? The small stuff that maybe you have to do, or even maybe things you don't think about that you have to do. So the same thing when you're coming here, like there's the big stuff. Obviously, like I'm sure if you're coming here and you're moving here, aside from, watching my videos, I'm sure you've looked up a little bit about Cambodia and what it's like to live here, and, maybe a little bit about the culture or the economy or what to expect when you're living here, those kind of things. But I just want to give you guys like some more details of maybe things that you're not as readily thinking about, or things that aren't, so profound and at the forefront of your mind. Some more of the details. So the first thing that I'm thinking of is when you come here, you're going to want to have a phone, right? You're probably going to want to have a cell phone. So probably if you're in the US, I'd, give it a pretty good chance that you have a smartphone in the US. So can you come here with your phone from the US and just start using your phone here? With most newer model phones, yeah, probably. But what you're probably going to have to do is you're going to have to unlock your phone before you get here. So if you have an iPhone or, an Android, whatever, before you get here, find out how to unlock your phone. Because if you don't unlock your phone, it's probably not going to work here. And you can get it unlocked here, but it could be anywhere from like $100 to $400 or $500, depending on what kind of phone you have. So definitely, like if you have a sweet phone anyway, or a phone that, you want to bring with you, get it unlocked before you come here. So that's the first thing. And then, once you're here along the lines of the phone, then once your phone is unlocked, you should be able to, it's called Smart. But there's a number of cell phone carriers. I use Smart, I really like it. But so like once you get here, you can do that. I don't think your SIM card's gonna work here, so you need to buy a SIM card. So that's gonna cost you, I don't know, what a SIM card, maybe $5. And then you have to put a data plan on it. So with a smartphone, maybe, another $5. So $10, and then figure $5 a month for your phone, depending on how much you use it or whatever, what kind of plan that you have. But yeah, so definitely unlock your smartphone before you get here. And then there's little things, taking care of any kind of paperwork. So remember, if you have bills at home, what are you going to do about those bills? So if you're getting bills mailed to your house, so if you have a credit card bill and it gets mailed to your house every month and you pay it, maybe you're going to have to do something like notify your bank that you're leaving the country. And let's actually backtrack a minute. If you're leaving, that's absolutely one. If you have a credit card or debit card, before you leave your home country, call your bank and notify them that you're going to be out of the country. Even if you're just coming here for vacation, or you're traveling anywhere outside of your country for vacation, and even if you're not doing that, if you're taking a road trip across the United States, I would definitely let your bank know that you're doing any of those things. Because your credit or your debit card could get locked out, because they could, see that all of a sudden, you've been using your debit card in the U.S. for the past 5 years, and then all of a sudden one day it's in Cambodia and you just took out $100 from an ATM or something. They might lock your debit card out, and that's going to create a problem for you. So, let your bank know, like, hey, I'm going out of the country, this is where I'm going to be, this is how long I'm going to be there, or, I'm going to be there indefinitely. And then going back to mailing things, a lot of services now are, paperless. You can just do via an app or through your email. So, take care of any of that kind of stuff. But also think about, like, having your mail forwarded somewhere. Maybe if you plan on coming here for a year, you can get a post office box, a PO box, and you know, so if any mail does come to you, you can have it forwarded there or have it forwarded to a relative. You know, anything like that. You might get important papers, you might get whatever information, and you're probably going to want to keep track of some of that stuff. The same thing, like taxes, make sure you have all of that prepared. I'll just talk really quick about taxes. So technically, the U.S. is an odd country in the fact that it's probably the only country in the world that does this, maybe one of the very few. But technically, even if you live outside of the U.S., so if you're outside of the U.S. and you're working in another country, so say you come to Cambodia and you're working, you still technically have to pay taxes to the U.S. However, when you fill out your taxes, there's a form you can fill out. I'm not exactly sure of the designated form. You can look that up, or maybe I can come back to that in another video, maybe closer to tax season I can do a video just about that. But basically, you can fill out a form that's saying, like, I'm filing my taxes and I live in another country. And I think it's something like somewhere around $110,000 or $105,000 that if you make less than that amount, so say you live here and you make less than $105,000, which likely you will, then, you know, fill out the taxes as they're supposed to be filled out, but then you don't have to pay any taxes on that. You have to pay taxes on everything you owe above whatever it is, $105,000, $110,000, but you're still going to want to fill those taxes forms out because, I mean, technically you still have to claim what you're earning. And then also, you know, if you ever move back to the U.S., it's going to look really bad if on your, you know, your financial history, if you have a, you know, a year gap or 2 year, 3 year gap where it says, you know, you have no income, and you could be like, you know, if you're applying for a credit card or a mortgage or something, you'd be like, hey, you know, I was working in Cambodia and I was making X amount of money and now I saved this. But they don't care because they're going to look at their, you know, what's on your credit report and what, you know, your taxes say, and it's going to say that you have no income. So if you're reporting that you made, you know, $30,000 a year, then at least they're going to say, okay, he was still making $30,000. So doing all that kind of stuff. So the cell phone, getting your, you know, mailing address where your bills and stuff are going to go to in order, taxes, and then of course, you know, think about financially what you're going to want when you get here. I've gone over this in other videos, but it's kind of up to you. I recommend coming here with, if after you buy your plane ticket, like, so what you have in your pocket when you get here, like, I highly recommend, like, have like $2,000 on you. Again, I'm spoken about, you can do it with less. Like, you can come here, I don't recommend trying to do this, but you can come here and, you know, you could survive for a month on like $500. But I highly don't recommend doing that. Come here, have at least $2,000 so you can enjoy yourself a little bit. You're not stressing, you're not struggling. And then also, you know, even before you get here, like, I would start looking at the message boards on Facebook. Those are the ones that I recommend. They're usually pretty solid for the apartment finding message boards, job finding, as well as just expat groups. You know, ask any questions on there. Even just looking at the kind of posts, you'll get a good feel about how much apartments are going to be. You're going to get a good feel of how much jobs are paying. You're going to get a good feel of what kind of activities are going on and what, you know, a little bit of a feel for the city. So definitely I would recommend doing that kind of stuff. And then also, I don't know what other, I don't know, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I'm trying to think of what problems I ran into early here that I wish that I would have known, like the smaller things when I got here in terms of peace of mind. Let me pause this for a minute. And just other little things like maybe you know, checking your embassy from whatever country you're coming from, checking if they have any notices about you know, about coming here. Like, for example, when there were the commune elections were going on here, U.S. Embassy put out a statement, you know, saying like, be careful of, like, you know, any protests or large crowds of people. Try not to get involved in, you know, that kind of stuff. And, you know, it wasn't saying like there's like this huge threat and like anything bad's gonna happen. But the embassy will usually have, if there's anything big going on or anything that is, you know, maybe there's some kind of outbreak of some kind of tropical virus or, you know, tropical flu or whatever, you know, the embassy is going to be a good resource for you to get that kind of information. And then also, like, maybe be advantageous to, you know, there's some YouTube videos out there, like, where you can learn, like, maybe, like, basic Khmer phrases in the language, like, a little bit. That kind of stuff's definitely going to be helpful. Again, like, if you're in Phnom Penh, like, you can get by without it. And unfortunately, like, I have to say, like, I've learned a little bit of Khmer, like, I can say some very basic things to, like, get around. But I'm actually, like, I'm a little bit embarrassed that I've been here as long as I have, and I don't speak more Khmer than I do. A lot of it, again, is just because it's just not that necessary. Like, almost anywhere I go, there's almost always somebody that speaks enough English that I can, you know, get by, and that I can, you know, do what I need to do, or order what I need, or get the thing that I need to get. But again, I mean, it's honestly, it's disrespectful. Like, I'm living in this country. I've been here for a year now, and I should learn more than I have. And, you know, I've contemplated the idea of, like, getting a tutor, that kind of stuff. So that's definitely something you should be doing. So it's like, do as I say, not as I do. Not even that you have to do it, but I would recommend doing that. And, you know, that's also a recommendation to myself that I should be doing that. But yeah, guys, I don't know. So those are some little tips about, about coming here. And, you know, I'm probably not going to process this video yet, because as the day goes on, maybe I'll think of a couple other things that I wanted to, you know, inform you guys about. All right, this is Halfway for now. We'll see if this video ends or not. Broadcasting from around the world in phenomenal Penh, Cambodia. Guys, peace out and be easy. And then, so the last thing I thought of was just doing anything that you think that maybe, you know, you should have to do. Things that I can't think of necessarily for you, but just, like, you know, if you just look at your life and try to determine like what kind of things that you need to do. So, for example, like, the reason I thought of this video was because today I went to my embassy because before I came here, so as I've spoken about in other videos, so I have a daughter in the U.S., and before I came to Cambodia, I never got her a passport, so it would be impossible for her to come here. So in the U.S., it's probably similar in other countries, but in the U.S. at least, in order to get a passport for a minor, both parents have to be present to sign for the passport. So since I am obviously not in the U.S., I can't go with her mother to get her a passport. So I went to the embassy, and then there's a form I could fill out and basically get it notarized. There's like a cat playing with my phone wire. And get it notarized, and then I can send it home, and then my daughter's mother then can go to the post office or wherever to get a passport for her and present that document, and then it's the same as if I was there, so we can get her a passport. So again, those are little things that, like, you know, I didn't think to do that before I left, and, you know, now it's something that, you know, I have to do while I'm here. So also, you know, those kind of things, maybe take, before you come here, maybe, you know, keep thinking about, but maybe, you know, a month out before you come here, think about, like, what are the small things maybe that are going to creep up on me, and then a week later think about them again, and, you know, put a decent amount of time and thought into making sure that you have all of your you know, your T's crossed and your I's dotted. I'm being attacked by cats. But yeah, so that, I mean, I don't know, those are the things that I can think of, guys, that right now that I have noticed since I've been here. And I don't know, maybe this is a topic, I'm sure there has to be more things that I'm not thinking of, so maybe this will be a topic that I can revisit again in the future. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps you out a little bit. And a lot of things, or probably all of them, are pertinent to whether you're coming to Cambodia or moving to any other country in the world outside of your own country. So, alright, guys, that's about it for this video. Have a great day. It's Halfway, broadcasting around the world. Peace, easy.